Let me tell you why we have such differences of opinion in the black community when it comes to President Obama. And I'm not here to denigrate him, and I'm not going to. But let me tell you why we have so much difference of opinion. It's because some of us in this audience are individualists, and others in this audience are nationalists. Let me tell you the difference. Some of you can care less what someone else does as long as it doesn't bother you, and your children, and your family, and your life, and your career. You're selfish. You're individualist. You don't care about nothing unless it bothers you. The selfish Negro syndrome. And then there's others of us like me. We are nationalists. Our opinions are based on what is in the best interest of most black people. I want to be clear about this. You're either an individualist or you are a nationalist. And everyone in here has to make that decision for yourself. Am I going to be for my people or am I just going to be about myself? And one of the reasons that black folk are still in the condition that we are in now is because most of us operate on an individualist mindset. Now let's compare that individualist mindset of the Negro to the Jewish community. They operate as a collective unit. Do they disagree? Hell yeah. You got different types of European Jews. I know because I work with them. And they don't always get along. And they don't always see eye to eye. And they don't even interpret their religion in the same way. But guess what? When it comes to Jewish imperialism, and Jewish control, and Jewish domination, they put petty differences to the side and they look out for the nationalistic agenda of what's in the best interest of all of them. The same thing with Europeans. Jews and Irish don't always get along. Anglo-Saxons think they're better than everybody else. Italians got their own arrogances about them. But when it comes to keeping black folk in Philadelphia in their place, they will come together and form like Voltron. The Arabs are the same way. The Pakistani and the Afghani do not like each other. The Iraqi and the Kuwaiti do not like each other. You see what's going on over there right now. They're about to go to war. But guess what? When it comes to the mutual progress of the Arabic peoples of the world, petty differences are put on the back burner until the collective nationalistic agenda is dealt with. For every group, they have a discipline that says the group comes before me. And if you try to put you before the group, they got ways for dealing with that. How do they deal with that in China when they catch you going against the agenda of the people? You might get hung. How do they deal with it in the Middle East when you put your personal agenda above that of the people? How does even America deal with it? The trials of Benedict Arnold and others. Only amongst black folk can you put your personal, selfish agenda above the best interest of the whole group and get away with it. And you can sell the people out, claim you found God again, and do it all over. Only with black folks. See, I'm saying this because there's definitive reasons for why we are where we are. And I'm going to give you the biggest reason why we are where we are. You cannot keep sending your children to the same people who enslaved your ancestors, thinking that they are going to somehow solve the problem that they caused. Your oppressor will never teach you how to free yourself from his oppression. His job is to keep you under it. Here we are 150 years since the end of slavery. They passed the 13th Amendment in December of 1865. So in December of 2015, we'll be celebrating 150 years since the end of the whip and the chain. 150 years. What do we have to show for it, black people? 150 years later, where's your airplanes? Where's your submarines? Where's your supermarket? Where's your distribution networks? Where's your publicly traded companies on Wall Street? Where's your factories? Where's your jobs for your children? Where's your independent schools? Even when we look at the condition of most of our historically black colleges that we love so much, almost none of them receive sustained financing from any of America's millionaire black folks. How do you explain it? But we can go to Harvard and Yale, We can go to Harvard and Yale, and the white folks who graduated from Harvard and Yale give them so much money, alumni donations by the tens of millions, so much so that the IRS had to force Harvard and Yale to liquidate their assets because they were richer than the government itself because of alumni contributions. Sean Puffy Combs went to Howard. What has he done for Howard lately? Oprah went to Tennessee State. What has she done for it lately? And not just those who went to HBCUs. LeBron never went to college. He went straight to the league from high school, but you live in Ohio. You got Central State in Ohio. You got Wilberforce in Ohio. Black colleges struggling hundreds of feet away from where you play ball every night. And you ain't got no check for them. But you don't mind running up and down the basketball court, making millions of dollars for white folk who can't even stand your ass.
Shut.
And then some of you young brothers, you want to be rappers. And by the way, we need to have a term limit on how old you got to be. Because the next time I run into a 40-year-old rookie rapper, I'm going to lock his ass up. Okay? You can't be trying to work on your first album at 40. That's not working. You're going to ball headline receipt, it ain't going to work. Okay? You got to put some limits on this. Now here's my thing with my rapper and my athlete brothers. And I know some of y'all play ball head, Cheney, and anything like that. I need you to be clear about something. Most college and high school athletes will not go professional. Let me say it again. Let me make it more down. Only 1% of high school athletes will ever make it into the NFL or the NBA. And only 1% of all the rappers in the hood will ever get signed to a major label and be able to live comfortably off of that deal. What am I saying? Stop trying to be a rapper? No. Stop trying to be a football player? No. Stop trying to be a basketball player? No. I'm saying, where is your plan B if your plan A fails? That's all I'm saying. And parents, I'm going to put it on y'all. Because some of you got your sons playing basketball and football and he failing the hell out of school. What is he doing on the team? You raising a career criminal, and then when you start selling crack, stealing cars, robbing pocketbooks, and he goes to jail, you won't blame him. Blame yourself. You raised him as a criminal. In fact, if I go in your houses now, how many of you got a dictionary in your house for your children? A thesaurus in your house for children? How many of you got a set of encyclopedia in your house?
Computer.
Because if I walk in your house and I don't see no bookshelf, I know this is a criminal incubator right now. I'm giving it to you real. We ain't got to wait till he's 21. I can tell you right now if he's going to jail. I've spoken in every prison in Philadelphia, every single one. Every prison in Philly I've been in, I've spoken with the inmates. And you know what never ceases to amaze me? I don't care what prison I go to. CF, House of Corrections, PIC, the one up there on 17th and Lehigh. You know, they even got jails in the hood. You don't even know they jails. I thought that was a new apartment complex. That's a damn jail. They bring them into the back. I'm serious. Yeah. And whenever I talk to the brothers and sisters, because black women, you're the fastest growing group in incarceration population. Every time I look in the group, I see 4 or 5 faces of young bucks who was in my schools when I was principal or school psychologist, who thought everything was funny, who said, Dr. Umar, I don't need to get my learn on, I got another way to get money, and now they see me now. What you doing in here, man? You was right, Doc. Can you write a letter to the judge? It's sad, because I saw him in 3rd grade, and I ain't see nobody doing nothing about it. Mommy and Daddy thought it was cute. I saw him in the 6th grade. Nobody doing nothing about it. I don't have to wait till they 20. I can tell you at 10 if the boy gonna do time or not, based on how he being raised. I'm a parent too. We all come in 3 types. Black, white, rich, or poor. You got passive parents, you got aggressive parents, and you got balanced parents. A passive parent is a parent who loves their child and don't give them no damn discipline. He get whatever he want for Christmas, whatever she want for Easter, whatever for their birthday. They get all the love and all the hugs, and that's my baby, and they can have anything but they want, except discipline, except responsibility, accept accountability. Those of you who think it's cute to spoil a black child, you think it's cute? My son's spoiled. I gave that boy everything I never got from my parents, but you just messed him up. Because a man is supposed to be a provider. A man is supposed to be able to work. He's supposed to have an ethic and a discipline. And if you spoil him, he never becomes a man. Overgrown boy for life. That's the passive parent. Tends to be female, but we have some males. And then on the other end, we got the aggressive parent. Tends to be fathers, but it can be mothers. These are parents who are strict, they are firm, they demand the best, they give out consequences, they do not play. Those children grow up to be successes. They become doctors and lawyers and business owners. They accomplish some of the most creative things we've seen in our life, but they're also some of the biggest drug addicts undercover. Biggest cigarette smokers undercover. Biggest shopaholics undercover. Biggest depressives undercover. What was the difference? Both parents were out of balance. The passive parent had all love and no discipline. The aggressive parent had all discipline and no love. The only healthy parent is the one in the middle. That's the balanced parent. And what is a balanced parent? Is a parent who knows when to be aggressive and when to be passive. And there's an art to being a parent. It's not a skill, it's an art, because you got to perfect the interaction with those group of children. I could give you my 2 daughters and you might do a great job. You could give me your 2 sons, I might do a great job. But can I do a great job with my own? And can you do a great job with your own? This is why some of you say I get along perfectly with my nieces. But me and my daughter don't get along because your niece ain't got to live with you. She can go home at night. But we got to look at how we're raising our children, because a lot of us are breeding inmates. Your child don't do homework at night? I can't blame the white man for that. Don't get me wrong. The public education system is designed to fail. 20 years from now, we won't even need to have a conversation about the public education system, because it won't be one. Mark my words. I made a prediction yet and been wrong. I should have been a gambler, but I'm not. There will be no public ed in 20 years. They started charter schools back in 1990 to kill the public schools. The charter schools are going to totally eliminate public schooling. Once they eliminate public schooling, the charter schools are going to become semi-private, because they're going to start charging a tuition. And if your child cannot afford to go to school, they will not go. Why? Because the United States Constitution does not guarantee your child a right to learn. The word education is not even mentioned in the United States Constitution. It is not in the preamble either. And there's a lot of white folk in this country who are sick and tired of their tax dollars going into the hood to teach black children. Why is so much money going into education when the Constitution of this country does not require it? That means black folk better get ready to start educating their own children. Because one day we're going to wake up and there will be no schools. And if you think you got a mass incarceration war now, what's going to happen when your kids are at home all day when you at work all day? Right now they get locked up from 3 to 7. What's going to happen when they home all day and they can be locked up from 7 a.m. to 7 at night? And that's why I'm trying to build the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. That's why. Because I know what's coming. I see the writing on the walls, brothers and sisters. And I want to be prepared when it shows up. So what are we going to do different at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? People say, Dr. Umar, don't we already have enough schools? Why do we need one more? Well, number one, mine is going to be residential. I want the kids to stay with you. I don't want them coming back home to you. Nope. Because you're the one who messed them up in the first place. I'm just going to keep it real. Even if you got your kids doing homework, even if you go pick up the report cards, some of y'all still got white Jesus on the wall. You're still messing them up. I didn't say the Bible. I didn't say your religion. I would never attack your religion. I'm talking about the images you use. Because no people who respects themselves will ever worship their creator in the image of their oppressor. You've never seen a people come out from oppression. When the enemy and the deity are twins, we have a problem.
Right. Fuck that.
So that's why they can't come home to you. If I educate your child from 8 to 3 and send them home with you from 3 to 8, everything I just taught gets taken back through scandal, basketball wives, husbands of Hollywood, an empire. Lucius Lyon will mess up my damn school. Let's be honest. Half y'all ain't got no control over your children. Can we be honest? I never forget, I was a school psychologist at West Philadelphia High School. And this boy was disrespecting his mother. The mother called the father. I'm sitting in there with the white folks. The father showed up. He cursed his father out in front of white folks. And I'm sitting there like I could only imagine. Come on in, ladies. If I could try something like that with my father. My father was a drill instructor for the United States Marine Corps. He is the first guy you see when you get off the bus as a new recruit. He got on that big hat. And he's screaming at you, and yet that was my dad. That's probably why I'm a psychologist. I had to figure him and me out. But my point is, because my father held the discipline, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. 6 degrees from 3 white colleges who couldn't stand my guts. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for the discipline my daddy gave me. I'm saying that because we've got to look at the importance of that male figure, that masculine energy in the home. And I'm bringing this up, black women, because some of you, not most of you, but just 1 or 2 of you, are being recruited by this white, female-dominated feminist movement. Some of y'all feminists. I'm a black feminist. But have you done the research on feminism and where it came from and who started it?
To separate the black movement.
The feminist movement goes back to the 1800s. Susan B. Anthony and others were buried right here in Philadelphia. White women who wanted to fight white men because they were being oppressed. And guess what, black woman? I agree with them. The white woman had a legitimate right to fight the white man because he controlled the society, and thusly he controlled her. He told her she couldn't leave the house. He told her her job was raising the children. He told her she couldn't work. She couldn't wear pants, long skirts down to the ankle. She couldn't go to college. She couldn't go to church when she was on her monthly or whatever the situation was. He ran her life. He wouldn't even let her vote. White women didn't get the right to vote in America until the 1920s. And that's only because Marcus Garvey embarrassed the white man because he let black women vote in the Garvey movement. White women went to the government, do your research, and they said, this Negro is letting women vote in his organization. You're going to let him shame us by letting black women vote before white women vote? And that's how white women got the vote. It was Garvey that gave it to him, not no women's lib movement. But my point is, I understood why she fought her man, because her man controlled her. But black woman, I want to know why you got involved in it. When a white woman came to you with the feminist movement, what did it have in it for you? All she did was use you for your numerical strength. The white woman can't stand the black woman no more than the white man can stand the black man. But furthermore, black woman, here's my question. You want to be feminist? Can I ask you a question? What black man has ever kept his woman from getting a job? Come on, feminists, come on. Any brothers in here ever kept their woman from getting their job? Help me out, brother. Huh? What black man ever kept his woman from going to college? Help me out.
Some
Come on, feminists, help me.
whitewashed Negro. Self-confidence.
Black woman, has there ever been a black man on earth who can control what you wear out the damn house? You can make you wear a long skirt, short skirt, nothing! So how you going to talk about you feminists, you fighting black male oppression? What does the black man own that we can oppress y'all with? Help me out, sisters! Come on, feminists! I'm being sarcastic, but my point to black women, don't allow white supremacy to use you against a black man who already got enough battles to fight. I don't have a problem with you being a black womanist. A black womanist says that there's sexism in the black community. That the black man might can't control whether I work or whether I go to college, but I know when I join my community organizations, he likes to dictate what role I can occupy. I know in my religion, he likes to prescribe what I can and I cannot do. So I understand, black women, that there's some issues that y'all have with us that y'all got to handle. Black woman, I understand that. And I'm telling you, you have a right to handle that. You have a right to check us. You have a right to express yourself. But I'm asking you not to do it with white women being a party to the conversation. When we have issues in the community, they should be handled in the community. And the black womanist movement says, I can be feminine and still be equal to my man. You don't have to be masculine. The feminist movement is trying to turn y'all into little males. Y'all walk around stronger than us. Brothers know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we the feminists of Cheney University. Black woman.
That's how they be.
Listen to me, black woman. You're the only woman in America. Take that back. You're the only woman in the world